So we have seen how security at the instance level is managed using login and server roles. Security at the level of individual database has a similar model, consisting of database users and database roles. So just as there are server roles at the instance level that can help manage permissions, there are also database roles at the database level that can group principals together and assign them common permissions. To add and remove users to a database role, use the add member or drop member options of the alter role statement. Or you can use SQL Server Management Studio. The permission of these user-defined roles can be customized using grant, deny, and revoke statement. Below is a list of database roles that is available in SQL Server 2022. So feel free to pause the video here and take a look. In the previous lecture, we granted the user a server role which allowed the user to be able to connect to any database. However, the user was not able to access tables within the database. So to allow the user to have access to all the tables within a database, we can grant them a specific role. So we're going to be granting the demo user 2 a data reader role, which allows it to query all the tables within a specific database. So right click on the user, select properties, from user mappings, select the databases which you want to grant the role to. So from this window at the bottom, you can select the database role membership that you want for the databases selected above. So I'm going to be granting the data reader role, and to see the script, select generate script, then select OK. So because the demo user 2 did not exist on the AdventureWorks database, it automatically generated the create user script and then add the user to the data reader role. So if we now go back to the demo user connection and refresh the AdventureWorks database, we should now be able to access all the tables within the database. So right click, select top 1000 rows, and it will list all the data. To revoke the role, simply change add to drop in the script, and then execute that portion of the script. Now if we refresh the demo user, then select properties, then select user mapping, and select AdventureWorks database, we'll see that there's no longer the data reader role. However, if there's a case where you don't want the user to have access to all the objects within the database, you can grant permission at the object level. So you can grant any permission like insert, update, delete, and any individual object. So in this case, we're going to be granting select on the object customer in the sales LT schema. So let's execute this. We'll get the error, select permission was denied on the object address. Then if we do a select on customer, the result should be returned successfully. When granting permissions on a table, it is possible to grant permissions to specific columns as opposed to the table itself. So the syntax below will give you an example of how you can grant select on a specific column to a user. Many permissions can be granted, but not all permissions are relevant for each object. For example, the select permission can be granted on a table or view, but not a store procedure. For a store procedure, you need to grant the execute permission.